We know. We fucking know. There's nothing you can do, Jen. Woo! I got the fucking documents, bitch. We got the Alex Jones documents. We got the plot right here. No draconian step that she can take to keep us away from the plot. We scrap up when we pull up. We scrap up. K-Bone is joining me today live from a fucking controller. Oh shit. What the fuck? The PS4 turned off when I turned off the TV. That's fine. We'll get K-Bone back on in a second. Today we got quite a fucking show going here. Fuck. What a disaster. What a disaster already. But we're getting K-Bone back. We're logging back on. See, that's way too much fucking light. What is up, K-Bone? Sorry, I left the chat room here. We got K-Bone live on a fucking PlayStation controller. Say what's up to the folks. A little bit louder there, buddy.
You can hear me just fine.
Wow, I'm going to have to put you right next to the phone. It's not about me, it's about the folks, K-Bone. Jeez. All right, lads. Last time was a shit show. So we're going to do this one. It's going to be a little bit briefer. Last time it took me an hour and a half. That's a little too much, I think. Too much for the folks. K-Bone's going to be our Middle-earth scholar. K-Bone, you love Lord of the Rings, right?
No.
You're a big fan. It's one of your top favorites, I believe.
I'll be right back.
Oh, fuck. You see how that is? Right back he comes. Well, that's okay, because we're going to delve into. We're going to, without further ado, we're going to get right into it. Jenny girl. Jenny baby.
Alright, there we go. Much better.
Perfect. K-Bone, our scholar's back. We're going to make sure that we get, we don't screw up on the lore, and we keep things, correct as possible. Today we're going to be looking at spoiling the brand new Lord of the Rings television show that's coming out next year. K-Bone, what do you know about this Amazon Prime show? I think you're a placebo. You don't know much, do you?
No.
No, he's not too well
I
informed.
don't know anything about this.
Well, that's the best part, is because we're gonna spoil the plot here. That's what this stream is gonna be. The troll is back. The troll is back, and we're gonna ruin Amazon's day. She's got the whole team on lockdown. Well, guess what? We got the documents, you fucking bitch. Oh, and by the way, intro song by Pee Wee, Long Way. I don't think he'll copyright strike us like those fucking losers Public Enemy did. You fucking scum. Fuck you, Chuck D. Piece of garbage. Oh, nothing says anti-establishment quite like campaigning for Joe Biden, right? Really anti-establishment. Get fucked. So we're never using Public Enemy ever again. What's that?
I hate them all.
K-Bone's a real guy. He's not going to let these fuckers slide. I think Flavor Flav is okay still. I don't think he had anything to do with that. So let's get right into it. We're going to spoil the fucking show. K-Bone, you stand by and you correct me when I'm incorrect, when I pronounce something wrong. So the first season, we're going to have a doozy here. We're going to have not much going on here. We're going to have the Numenor coming over on the ships, building little settlements in Middle-earth. And then we have Sauron is going to rise. Sauron got BTFO'd last time we saw him in the first age. So he's been slinking around. And that'll be like the first episode or something. We'll see Sauron slinking around. Actually, we're also going to get into leaks, folks. And the leaks kind of they have some interesting things. I don't know how they're going to. Well, I'll spoil it right now. They're saying that they're not going to have Sauron in the first season, and that's pretty lame. He does take the form of an elf. He should be able to be depicted.
The only thing good out of the Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
was, for me, it's different than it is for others. A lot of people are like, my precious. But the only thing that caught my eye was the elf chick. That's it.
Legolas.
Whatever her name was.
Yeah, she's a smoking hot babe.
That
Legolas
was
and
the only
Gimli
thing that got my attention.
definitely got K-Bone's attention. K-Bone is a ladies' man. He likes the ladies. Good thing to know because, Tolkien was also quite the ladies' man. He, pretty much every girl in his books are like godlike deities. So, you two put the pussy on the pedestal, if you will. Okay, so let's get back to the spoiling. Here. Alrighty. So the Three Rings, or this is when Sauron he befriends some various elves, and you get to see the making of the rings, which sounds cooler on a bit. I don't know how they're gonna make that very interesting, or how much juice they can get out of that. I mean, a 30-second scene of the rings being forged. I don't know. But anyways, so the rings are made. He hands them all out. He hands them to the men, and the men slowly. That's another thing. You're not gonna have Nazgul in the first season because it takes hundreds of years for these people to be corrupted by the rings, and then become the Nazgul, the Dark Riders. K-Bone, you remember the Dark Riders, right?
No, not really.
You're a big fan of the series, I thought. Hello?
I never said I was a big fan. I said I was not.
That's unfortunate. We need a scholarly. I'm not the top on the lore here. I thought maybe you knew the lore. Anyways, moving on. Sauron has a big old battle with the elves. I guess that's the end of season 1, right? Season 1 ends with a big old battle of the elves and Sauron's people, his orcs. And then thousands of years pass, essentially, of peace, tranquility. And then this idiot, Ar-Pharazôn, king of the Numenor, he captures Sauron. And of course, Sauron wanted to be captured, right? And he begins corrupting the Numenor. And then the Numenor, of course, they cook up a plot to fight the Valar. And the Valar are basically like the angels of this universe, to get immortality. And as you'd imagine, that didn't end too well for the Numenor. The angels and God himself sunk Numenor and BTFO'd the fucking Numenorians forever. And Sauron goes, After that happens, the last alliance forms, as we know at the beginning of the Lord of the Rings movies. We've seen all that. So that basically ends the spoiler section of the stream. We did pretty good time. As you guys can see, there's about 2 mega battles that happen. So there's your 2 season finales. I don't know where the hell they got 5 seasons worth of crap out. They're going to have to add so much to milk it for 5 seasons. They're going to have to add so much to milk it for 2 seasons. And let's hope to God it's only 2 seasons. Let's be real. Maybe they'll be good. Again, maybe they'll be good. K-Bone, do you have anything to add? What do you think? Does that sound like a really that much?
Gay.
What?
I think it's all gay, and they honestly need to bring more characters like that chick in.
Cable wants a team of Legolases running around. Okay. Alright.
Like, they need to make the elves dominant. Because that is technically kind of like leprechauns in a way.
Yeah.
Elf.
Right.
And a leprechaun,
Gnomes.
kind of the same thing. Yeah, they're all kind of the same thing. They're all based on the same structure of, based on the same characteristics, same mythology, so on and so forth.
Exactly. That's why you're here. You're our fairy tale expert. Our, cryptid expert. You know about the Bigfoots and the El Chupacabras and the elves and the gnomes. That's why we bring them on, the expertise to the stream. Now, on to the real good stuff, okay? We've had the fucking documents for, 50 years now? 60, 70 years? We've known how the first and second season are going to go. Now let's get into the juicy details, the leaks that have been happening, the rumors. And for that, we're going to go over to the computer. K-Bone, while I'm setting this up, why don't you go ahead and shout out all your socials and all your, because we're getting the clout for you. We're taking the clout from Amazon. We're shitting on Amazon. We're taking the clout and we're bringing it to you. So give them your YouTube page and just general what you've been working on and what you do.
Actually, I haven't really been working on much of anything other than just trying to move. I mean, I do have some songs, but besides that, like, I'm not really, like, there.
Right. Okay. Well, let's switch over to the spicy rumors. Here we go. We got the site, The One Ring. Now, this site, first off, I gotta make a retraction from the other episode. I said that Tolkien Estate was unhappy with the production. That's why they gave them the various things from the Silmarillion. Actually, they're very happy with the production, and that's why they gave them the Silmarillion stuff. You know, that's me just being pessimistic, Mr. Negative Nancy over here. I gotta crap on everything. I gotta misread things to make them sound worse than they are. And I apologize, okay? So let's just move on. Let's forget that ever happened. And, apparently the Tolkien Estate is very happy. I don't understand. I think it actually... Let's switch it over because they say they're very happy. That's all very nice, but, it's kind of odd for a post-production stage, what they're at, for them to add plot elements. It seems like once you write a show, you filmed it, everything's in the can. It would be kind of pointless for Tolkien Estate to go, oh, hey, here's some passages. Not even the fucking full amount of the stuff. Just here's some passages. Here's some few little plot points. I just don't buy it. I bet you anything the studio begged for these snippets, and this is all just a PR stunt. Sickening. Okay, so let's get right to it. This is where they're talking about, the passages from the Silmarillion and stuff are getting added in. Amazon does have merchandising rights, so we're going to be getting lots of little toys. Lego sets. Cable, will you be buying the Lord of the Rings Lego sets?
No.
Okay. All right, production details. This is not yet the leaks. This is just a little bit. I think these are confirmed. Men, elves, and dwarves have their own sequestered production units. That's so stupid. There's not much going on with the dwarves, too. I'm not sure what they're going to get with that. They're kind of just fucking off in the mountains, just digging around, but okay. Scripts are only digitally shared among actors, okay, that are under draconian control mechanisms to track any person who could access them. Totally insane, totally stupid. This isn't a new storyline like the Star Wars new movies, okay? This is stuff that we already know. So I don't know what they'd be hiding, and honestly, it makes me a little bit worried, more than usual, that they're hiding so much, because what is there to hide in a book that came out 70 years ago? In a story that was written by a man who died 50 years ago? So there's a fake production team shooting a decoy footage and fake sets unrelated to the real production. Just a quality use of their money. As you know, they had to leave New Zealand. That made a lot of nerds freak out that it's not going to be filmed the rest in New Zealand. But New Zealand was too expensive. They moved literal sets across the earth, which was cheaper. It was cheaper to take entire sets that were built and move them across the world, the entire world. And now they're saying they have fake decoy production teams to add to the secrecy of a fucking book and a plot that came out 50 years ago, 70 years ago. It's just stupid. It's too much. It's too much, Jenny. You gotta chill out, okay? Where are we at here? Main unit wrapped up shooting in April 2021, so they're done with filming as of this spring. Actually, that's not even true. I thought they said that they wrapped up shooting in August, but okay, maybe this one's old. J.A. Bayona episodes are standalone entry points in the series. Now that's interesting to me. Now that's very interesting. They're going to chop up the Second Age into isolated stories. Very interesting. Very interesting. We're not going to have, well, at the very least, the first 2 episodes is going to be like a movie, standalone type deal. And then the remaining 6 episodes will be perhaps one continuous narrative. Definitely odd. Definitely odd. So let's move over here. I think this is all confirmed, too. So there are more incredible directors and big stars yet to be announced. Press an X to doubt. There's literally nobody that could get me hype. There's no name of an actor that would make me go, whoa. Or a director, whoa. You know. They're aiming for mid-22 release. Of course, now we have that confirmed. It is September 2nd. Morbidly on Tolkien's 49th death date. I don't know why we do that. And we're celebrating the death, you know. But okay, it is fall, so I guess it's just convenient. Okay, here we go. The leaks. This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff, Gabo. A cinematic universe full of corruption, wandering, and lack of alliances. Ooh, it's gonna be gritty, Game of Thrones style. Some halflings have dark skin. Boom. Already off to a banger. Described in the prologue concerning hobbits, page 12, they were of browner skin. Ah, yes, I'm assuming that Tolkien meant that they were freaking literally Mr. T, okay? They're straight out of Africa. Black is not. No, they're probably a little bit tanner, is what he meant, okay? This is an Anglo word. You know, black hobbits isn't going to be your biggest problem when this thing comes out, okay? That's not going to be your biggest worry. But the problem that people have with that is that this is a story that is written a very long time ago. It is very Anglo-centric, very European-centric. Tolkien himself kind of hinted that basically the setting is ancient Northern Europe, okay? And to the east, people's skin are a little bit browner. It's true, okay? But they're not fucking black. They're Mediterranean or something, you know? Italian hobbits. A little bit tanner, okay? That's probably what he had in mind. But of course, these fuckers at Amazon, they want to force feed their agenda of diversity, okay? So they're going to find any little tidbit, okay? And they're going to go, well, it's not contradicting anything, really. You know, they said that there were hobbits of browner skin. So we're going to have Denzel Washington as a hobbit. And it's totally fine. And if you have a problem with it, well, you're just not a real fan. Or you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Basically. And whatever. It's not really that big of a deal. It's going to look silly, for one. It's going to look a little silly to see black hobbits. But, you know, we thought it was black elves. That would have been a little bit worse, you know. Back when they were filming Lord of the Rings, you know, I don't even think it even entered the mind of anyone on the production staff to go, let's have black hobbits. Do we know if Frodo's black or not? I think they just assumed because it's a book written by a guy who was born over 100 years ago, and the book is primarily inspired by works like Beowulf, okay, that it would be an Anglo-centric cast. So, there's my take on it. But in the end, black hobbits, you're not going to be worried about black hobbits by the end of this thing. I'll tell you what. Okay, so that was a big one. Black hobbits. What do you think of that, K-Bone?
I don't.
You don't think anything about that? They're going to add a diverse... When you watched Lord of the Rings, did you think this needs more diversity? We need Asians, we need blacks, we need Latinos?
No, I think they just need to stop.
Now that's words of wisdom, okay? All jokes aside, what K-Bone just said there is 100% true. They need to fucking stop.
Just fucking stop it.
Just stop it. Knock it off. Knock it off, JJ. Knock it off. Knock it off, Jenny. Jennifer Salk. Knock it off. Bezos.
They just need to...
Amazon, all of you. Leave it alone. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Sir Lenny Henry portrays one of these black hobbits. Oh my fucking god. Here we go. We gotta look this fucker up. Oh, no. Bruh. That's a bruh moment. That's a big bruh moment. Fucking Morgan Freeman as a goddamn hobbit. What?
Oh, God.
Yeah. You know Morgan Freeman?
He's tall as fuck. How is he supposed to be a midget?
Exactly. That's another thing. It's just gonna look ridiculous. Black people being 4 feet tall? Yeah. In what universe? Celebrimbor, the Ringmaker, has been recast. Nobody cares. Tom Budge. Nobody cares. I don't think he's black, though, so I guess there's that. Certain creatures are referred to ice trolls because they can't be called cave trolls. Warner Brothers owns the rights to that. And of course, I am a garage troll, a dungeon troll, I guess you could say, internet troll. That's more my title. I copyright that. So, keeping it moving here. Nudity. Nudity is sparse and not sexualized. Ooh. So we will have full frontal dwarf action, but it won't be an orgy, unfortunately. But rather than this artistic choice represents a very dark and thematic material, suggestion of concentration camp type visuals. Oh, to portray the corruption of the elves by the dark powers. Editor's note. If this plays out fully, it will be the most ambitious thing undertaken by a production, and perhaps by anyone attempting to adapt Tolkien. That is true. As we know, there's very little info on what orcs are, how orcs were made. Tolkien hints at that they were once elves that were corrupted. And, of course, Amazon is going to take that chance to BTFO white supremacy and Nazis by having literal fucking Jewish elves in concentration camps, starving to death and I guess turning into orcs. You know? Kind of a bold thing to do, and that's apparently where the nudity is going to be. We're going to see some gnarly snuff porn type stuff. I don't know if I'm really ready for that to be in a primarily young adult children's story. I know there's quite a bit of dark parts in the overarching lore. Turin's story in particular is very dark, but of course we're not going to be covering Turin. We're not going to be covering any of the cool shit. We're going to be covering the Second Age. And oddly enough, in the Second Age, we have orcs being created. I think that's actually First Age thing. But okay, whatever. We're going to see Jewish elf concentration camps. K-Bone, what do you think about that? That's pretty edgy for Lord of the Rings, don't you think?
That's kind of really Hitlery.
Hitleresque. Very Hitleresque. Like burlesque, but Hitleresque. Okay. Deep. So let's keep it going here. We're almost done with this. We're almost done with the stream, really. Elves will have short hair. K-Bone, I know you got a hard on for these hot... oh, that was a beep. For these hot elves. What do you think about this short-haired dyke elf? Does still get your motor going?
Not really.
He's giving a no to the short-haired elves. K-Bone finds that as probably the biggest sin so far that we've heard. Short-haired elves is not good. Okay, and finally, the stupidest one. Sauron will not be revealed in Season 1. It's going to be the old axiom of show business. Always leave them wanting more, goy. Well, ain't that nice. We are not going to see Sauron in the first season. We're just going to hear about him. He's going to be like Voldemort. So this is the marriage of my two most favorite IPs of Harry Potter meets Game of Thrones, sprinkled with some Lord of the Rings armor and art design. So, that's pretty wild. I think they should totally not be bitches and depict Sauron. Do what you're gonna fucking do. It's not even. It's gonna be hard to do, but hey, this is the main. He's the main bad guy. He's the main pusher of events. Okay, he's the one doing all the interesting things. You're gonna have to show him he wasn't, a mist like in Lord of the Rings. He wasn't a fog or a feeling. He was an actual solid person, being, who could transform, by the way, into various forms, and he took the form of an elf. Okay, so he can have a fucking guy, and he can play Sauron. Okay? And you cannot do this, subversion thing. Subverting expectations. You think you're going to see Sauron? That's the whole point of this fucking show? Nope. Not going to see him. We're going to have Jewish elf concentration camps instead. Okay, so we're done with that article, and we got one more article to read. This one I haven't read beforehand. Spicy new rumors about the first 2 Lord of the Rings episodes. Warning, these are potential spoilers. Run away. That's important to you. What are you even doing here? These guys are great. Here's the golem-looking like creature. That replaced the other golem-like creature. Whatever. I guess he's like a handsome dude nowadays. According to the Fellowship of Fans sources, actor Robert Aramayo was on the dwarf. Okay, so he's a dwarf. Okay, he might be a dwarf. That fits him much better. I thought they were going to make him a man or perhaps an elf, because he was a leading role apparently. So, no, he might be a dwarf, which is a little bit better. Some other guy plays an important dwarf. A lot of dwarf information here, which is shocking because there's not much dwarf content to the Second Age. The dwarves wear amazing dragon scale armor. Whoa. The Dwarven King is said to look strikingly similar to Tormund. I can't even remember who Tormund is from Game of Thrones. I do not recall who that is. Scenes from the first 2 episodes will show dwarves climbing mountains. Wow. This is it? Come on, that's not spicy. That's not fucking spicy. There's no spice here. There's a bunch of editorial here, food for thought. Okay, that wasn't spicy at all. The only spice there is that it's fucking dwarves for some reason. But that basically wraps it up for us, folks. Overall thoughts. I don't know if any of this is really true. It didn't really...
Nobody really cares for Lord of the Rings anyhow. What's it gonna do? Try to spice it up? No. Not really.
Well, I think people like Lord of the Rings and they like Middle-earth stuff, Tolkien. It's just we don't like Hollywood. We don't like the adaptions that they do. We don't like what they cared to add to the experience, And in the end, my thought is very much closer to what Christopher Tolkien thought, in that this is best enjoyed as a literary work. Okay, you're just gonna have to read the books, folks. Okay, and if you want a film adaptation, well, we've got the old ones, and that's pretty much as good as we're ever gonna get, sadly. And but don't worry, there's plenty of material to read, and you can read it.
That shit came out when I was in middle school.
Younger, 2001. So.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, it's 20 years.
Great.
You're old. You're an old man. You're at least 50 now. aren't you? 50? 55?
I'm not that old.
How's your heart? You having any heart palpitations lately? He took the vax, by the way, guys. Do you get any shortness of breath?
No.
Okay. I'll believe you. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for the show, folks. We got some good stuff out there. We're still a year out. 12 months away before this thing airs. I'm sure that we will just start getting massive amounts of info, trailers, leaks. It's pretty much pedal to the metal from this point on. And we're going to be doing it live, okay? Because I'm a lazy bum. And I don't want to put any effort into it, okay? So this is the new format, okay? We're not editing anymore. I don't want to fucking hear about it. Okay, K-Bone, do you have a song that you want to play for the outro?
No, because there are no songs unless you still have the new songs.
Not your songs. I'm just talking about a song in general.
No.
No. Okay, well, we'll continue playing Pee-wee, and we'll see you guys. I don't know when the next time we'll see you. Whenever news comes out, I guess. I was going to review some Amazon Prime shows, but there's just so many of them, and they're just... I can't sit through that. I can't torture myself like that for that many hours, you know? So, even the, whatever, you know, the popular ones or the ones that are airing right now, there is a lot. Anyways, so K-Bone, anything else you guys say?
What?
Why don't you give them your promo. Give them a promo for yourself.
Promo?
Promotional.
Oh, you mean like tell them what my... Well...
He's got a Twitch.
The same thing as... The Twitch is, you can just find me, just search up King Killer KB 503, all caps. All you gotta do is find me on Twitch.
Exactly.
On the site on YouTube, not sure yet. Probably gonna switch my stuff around.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure you'll see.
K-Bone's deleting his YouTube channel and making a new one?
I'm making an entire new one, but keeping the old one up.
And what are you going to do with the new one?
The new one? All new stuff.
Well, there you have it, folks. That's pretty exciting. We'll have the name of that channel next time we're live. I want to thank everybody for showing up. And, nobody tosses a dwarf. That's our catchphrase. I'm sticking with it.
Your catchphrase.
Shut up. Music playing, asshole.
I know they heard I poured the 6 in liters. I stay stoned and stuck. Cocaine cowboy breakdown bricks of ether. Risk ain't double up. Double up on cocaine white Ferraris. I know they know what's up. I spent your real 4-5 quesadillas on a Bentley truck. Nigga,
Try your luck.
My main mama Mia gon' come shoot you up. I got my eyes open. I'm watching you suckers. I know that you all suspicious. I know that you all are snitches. You know that you niggas can get it. I know that you know that I'm fucking your
Alright.
bitch. Using her kitchen.
That's it.
The parable, I got the gift for that shit.
Live on Prime. Let's go.